You guys are sitting inside of a very, very noisy, huge theater type building. You recognize immediately as the White Dove. Few interesting things are going on. First, it looks as though there's a lot of workmen crawling all over, making hammering, sawing, etc. noises. They even have some bandsaw noises and stuff. As you can see, a Chris-powered bandsaw in the background. They're putting boards through it and shit like that. Doc's flying car, gone. No idea where that is. Looks like the building is already past, suspiciously though, it appears the building is already past the first level of being fixed up and is now into the second level. So your base evidence analysis says somebody came into a great deal of money recently. You have no idea who or why. Second thing, Chris, only Chris, give me an essence roll. Lower is better.
I'll play a skill 5. What the fuck? There we go. Times 3?
Times 3 is enough. Go ahead and take a check in essence. Now, I want you to imagine you're a fireman on the hose, okay? You're clutching the hose, and water is spraying in the building. Then they turn off the hose at the source. You've still got some water pressure, but you can tell that shit's going down. That's you and white AI right now. Which superpower did you get from white AI, by the way? Matrix type power.
I believe. No, Super Dodge was that. I think. Hold on. Sorry.
Yes. As a reminder, you want to keep very close track of what's what.
Doubler.
Doubler. Got it. Cool. Right. So you now believe that it will be harder to do any of the white AI stuff, including doubler. And if you get into combat, you're going to be making a roll for things like increased toughness versus non-swords, the ability to regenerate, etc. Something is wrong. There's a burble in the matrix. The black cat has gone by twice. Holmes is raising an eyebrow ever so slightly, looking at you while smoking a pipe.
And this occurred as soon as I was transported back.
Now, this occurred now. You're not sure when you were transported back or whatever, but you are sitting in this thing now. You are here now. Could have been Sherlock Holmes summoned you using some sort of ritual involving tobacco, an old Persian slipper, and a violin. You are not sure. Or maybe he shot you up with 7% solution. Again, not sure. Shit, maybe you're John Watson. Fuck. Yeah, not sure. Well, you and John Watson are doctors, actually. A lot becomes apparent to you.
So, hi.
Hey, Doc. Last time... Oh, the breaker. That was the last thing we did.
This should be an interesting story that is told. So
I'm assuming you're aware of what happened with Burlington?
Well, the last time I was there, the females from the Texas or the Wild West area had attacked.
Okay, interesting.
So no, like you tell me what's going on there then.
So, our Mildred, Alex, and my decoder rings disappeared. They gave off a humming noise and disappeared, so we went to Burlington.
That's
what I'm doing right now.
And basically we found everybody dead there, heads cut off, Clem disabled, buildings demolished, and all the bodies had calling cards on them. Blights, and I'll show you one of the calling cards as we gathered some. What was it called? Blight's Brotherhood, I think it was. Basically, yeah, Blight Brotherhood. We had a cross sword and an assault rifle on it. But basically, Zog's minions had invaded and pretty much decimated Burlington. So it looked like some of them there was several hundred of them. They were a mix of humans, humanoids, and demon-like creatures. Some were riding a T-Rex that was breathing something equivalent to a T-Rex, breathing fire. Other ones were riding some sort of creature like a pterodactyl or something that was shooting lasers. Alex's flying ship, I can't remember what it's called. They managed to get away, and they gave us a bit of a rundown of the description and the fact that the guys were chanting about Zog. We managed to repair Clem by basically taking the barber pole out, turning it upside down, then turning it back around again, and removing his body.
Quick point. Doc Fulton, do you have memories of Zog?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Didn't know if I need to do a memory roll. Sorry, Pete. Please continue.
No, you're right.
No, Zog was the one that was in the future prison that was in stasis.
Happy days.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, you can give me an empathy roll if you'd like there at severe negatives, Pete, because Doc Fulton is a fucking amazing actor.
Correct.
He when you say Zog, he kind of a bit of guilt flashes across his face, followed closely by amusement. Guilty pleasures, perhaps?
So you know a bit about Zog, do you?
Yeah, I'm the one that released him.
Oh, okay. Where did you release him from?
Future prison. Actually, I can tell you exactly. It's the ancient future prison. That's where I found him.
Ancient future prison.
Where we got the wristbands from.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's that weird city there that's got X023, the robot.
Yeah, that's where I released him from.
You got some Thursdays.
The place where I made the lightsabers.
Okay. So yeah, Alex has got he drew the two-handed sword from where Brown was, that room. Supposed to take care of Zog, but yeah.
Which is suspiciously close to where Zog was imprisoned.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
Could have been insert tab A into slot B, finish, but instead, happy days.
Oh, happy days.
So yeah, so Mildred, Alex, and I cleaned up Burlington. The time had stopped in Burlington. The sun wasn't moving, and basically there was a gate that was still connected to the barrier in Burlington that was keeping it in a sort of like a stasis. So we did a bit of running around. Eventually found a device that enabled us to sever the gate, and then Burlington restarted.
Okay.
The grandfather clock in the bed and breakfast. Do you know anything about that?
I know it's magical, or there's something about it because it's something. All I remember is that there's something weird about it. Unfortunately, my notes got ruined, so I can't go and.
That's all right. Basically, it's like an anchor or something, and it links. It's a link between multiple realms, and if we can work out how, we could potentially use it as a way to travel to different realms.
Really? Which means that you can
Yes.
actually use that to travel to the realm where you're ghosts, so you can learn your ghosty powers and stuff.
Yes, and that's how we buttoned on, because when we were checking out the clock, Mildred and Alex eventually remembered seeing the clock in that ghost realm, the exact same clock. So then we examined it closely and puzzled it out a bit further using the magic glasses, etc.
So
do you
wait,
Sorry.
Logan, are my Ovaltine rings gone?
Well, if memory serves, you
I mean,
got
I
all
have the cardboards. Yeah, I have the cardboard
yeah,
things,
the
but I still have
cardboard.
my old ones.
No, those are gone. They all turned into glitter and disappeared. But you have plenty of box tops. All you need to do is take them to Burlington, because nothing bad could be going on there now, and get them cashed in.
This is where I punch Logan in the vagina. Oh, this could be bad. Are you
Yes.
wearing your sunglasses right now?
I'm assuming so.
You're both wearing sunglasses, to the best of my knowledge, sitting around in like Matrix style chairs, both wearing the dark reflective glasses, possibly offering each other pills. I don't know.
I take off my glasses.
Okay.
It's
He-
not.
Oh, his eyes are still white.
What do you mean still white? They were indigo the last time I saw him.
Surprise! Not around white eyes. Yeah.
Interesting. So did you have to die for that?
No,
Nice.
because I'm awesome like that.
He looks super fucking smug when he says that.
So,
Yeah.
So were you with Mildred when she found Maddie and her daughter?
Yes. So the daughter is safe now.
Okay.
This should be interesting.
So we found both daughters. We found the twins, brought them together.
As in the daughter from Alex and Princess Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found her, and and then we brought them together, and then they became one.
Mm-hmm.
And a tear in space and time kind of opened, and white poured into the two of them as they became one.
Mm-hmm.
And then she needed to get protected, and since there's really nowhere that we can leave her in protection, I took her to the safest place I know.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Route 66, the end of
Yep.
know that. So
Yep.
what
You
that's
walked.
called, you know what that is, right? That's called pattern.
Yep. You insinuated that, or I think you mentioned that last time we were discussing about it.
Yeah. So I walked the pattern, and
so
I
I
brought
don't
her
think.
to Amber.
Yeah. I was going to. Yeah. So I don't know where Route 66 goes to. Mildred and I went there, but we then woke up somewhere else. We never.
Oh well, if you do the pattern and you you use the magic, you can get transported anywhere.
Okay.
That you've been. So I transported to Amber. The girl followed me, and I dropped her off and was told, "Fuck off, because you did something awesome. I won't vaporize you." And I was like, "Thank you." And I woke
Why
up
would
here.
she vaporize you?
No, not her. Like one of the inhabitants of Amber was there and was like,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know who it was, but they were like, "You don't belong here. Go back." And I was like, "Okay, I'm just chilling for a second, dropping her off."
Okay. Yeah, because when Mildred and I walked the pattern on Route 66, we actually went somewhere, but we don't know where we went. It was
But
somewhere new.
you didn't decide where you wanted to go. You just went somewhere.
We went somewhere, but
And where was that?
we don't know. That's the problem. We're not sure where we went. We know we went somewhere. It was somewhere new, but we blacked out when we got there. And the next thing I know, I was in the hotel room with you.
And when was this? Did you just do this recently, or?
We walked Route 66. I think it was before you and I did the thing with the breaker.
And you just don't remember what happened, or?
We faded out of existence, I suppose, is a way of saying it without talking out of character.
Weird. Okay.
Yes. But we know we went somewhere, but we don't know where.
It appears to have been both mysterious and powerful. Its mystery is only exceeded by its power.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Are you aware of the I haven't actually seen it. I've just been told about it. The prophecy poem, whatever, that's apparently on a wall somewhere here in the Dove.
The Bride of Metal, the Bride of Bone, one circuit, the other throne. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
That was us. Yeah, we did that.
Oh, you as in you put that on the wall, or?
No, we completed that. We completed part of the process, the prophecy.
Yeah.
Because we brought the two together, and white is theater, and and then it talks about like how we have to kill who I freed, and the reason that I joined white is because they said if you to basically be trusted to go and save Mildred's daughter,
and
to make sure that Yog-Sothoth doesn't enter the world is really why. If I didn't become an agent of white, Yog would have a easier time entering because I wouldn't be helping. I suppose.
Okay,
they wouldn't trust
a way of linking you to them to try and ensure that you'll assist and not go against their wishes.
Mm-hmm.
So how is Yog supposed to enter in through them?
Don't know that. Now, because she's like a powerful being, so now see, here's the thing. Here's the real rub of it. I remember bits and pieces, and it's kind of vague. But I know that the Elder Ones have been around forever, but Amber has also been around forever. I don't know which is stronger. I don't know if they're just a different kind. Hell, fucking Yog could be an Amberite or a prince or princess of chaos for all I know. So, all that craziness aside, that's just stuff that we can't deal with currently anyway. We are... We are... I think we're just a little bit higher than specks of dust to them. Like, they're like interesting, like, oh, look, it's like the ants are on the path on the sidewalk. Oh, and then they kind of walk away.
All right. So, Mildred, how did Mildred take the whole reunion?
About as well as you thought she would.
Yeah, because I'd been discussing it a bit with her and trying to convince her that it was a good thing, but I don't think she was taking it as a good thing. And
she didn't at first, but she started to come around.
Okay. Have you been checking?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, have you been checking the bulletin board?
I don't have access to bulletin board.
Yes, you do.
I do now?
Yes. I was told that you were told about it.
So you got a risk communicator, I believe.
Right, but see, I didn't know if Logan had said something about I needed like permissions or something, so.
Yeah.
It should be available on your ATAW boards now. See it near you. For those listening to this and wondering what they're talking about, there's an in-game knowledge transference thing on the ATAW boards, which hopefully the people will actually talk about a bit to
Yes.
give an idea of what's going on, as opposed to we saw that thing, let's do that thing, and then the fuck is going on?
No, there was a post by Mildred about where she basically says, from the way it reads, it occurred after you guys found the two daughters and caused them to merge, where she says, please kill the girl that claims to be my daughter on sight. It will be difficult as she is stored somewhere very hard to reach. She is dangerous. I am not lying, teehee. Also, don't mention the replicant to me ever. In other news, my daughter and daughter of Alex merged, and one girl, white Janus, goddess of time and beginnings, here to help us against Zog, who wants to destroy everything. Zog can be killed by the sword Alex has. But that's not important. The important thing is, where is my bottle? So that's why I was curious about how Mildred took it, because I'm not sure if she's almost got a split thing going on about her daughter.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she did hold her hand for a while, so I mean, that's pretty big for her.
Yes, that is true. But how did Mildred and Maddie part? Were they on good terms, or?
She was kind of freaked out by the whole thing. It was a lot of turmoil because like they had just gotten together again, and like it was kind of like, oh look, and we were in like go mode at that point, and it was kind of all rolling together, and there was a lot of feelings happening. So depending upon when she did post that, it could be like the aftermath, could be, she's not quite sure. And she displays her anger before she displays anything else. So.
Yes. I'm assuming it's after the fact because she talks about emerging.
Right.
But and I know she's at times seems to be clinging on to sanity loosely.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just a bit concerned that she may have slipped over the edge.
It does one of those brief cuts, and it shows like Mildred, and it shows like one of those claw game things, and she's trying to pick up something called sanity, and it keeps slipping up. By the way, just to let you know there, Doc Fulton, your grasp on your essence roll that you'd made on the grasp of the powers of white, I would call tenuous and getting more so. It is in the descendant rather than the ascendant. It is going away.
Fading.
You're not sure how long it will take, but you're definitely feeling like it's slowly slipping out of your grasp.
I put my hands on my eyes, like I do what they do when they look.
Give me a willpower times 4 to make that shit work.
Nah.
McKay, you hear McKay draw on his pipe. Nothing else happens.
Notice that I've got a heap of cards.
Yes, you both have a heap of cards because you're talking smart shit. Talking smart shit gives you cards.
Pilot Zeppelin, probably don't need that one. You never know. It might
that has come up twice.
Yes, I know it
recently.
I know it has, but and no.
And I'd love nothing better than to see McKay fucking wildly trying to pilot a Zeppelin.
No, thank you.
I've actually never landed one of these. We always crash. I'm only good at taking off.
Mm-hmm.
We should all get in a big bag of explosive gas and smoke. The advertisement of the old Hindenburg Company.
Have you heard about what's happened to Brown?
Yeah, who decided to make him a big chunk of concrete and toss him in the lake?
The second part, myself and Brock, after we rescued him. the first part, Blackula's in the employ of Batman.
Who is?
So Rock found that his connection with Brown was fading. His stones that he gets to leave around had disappeared. So we went over to Red Carpet, found that Brown wasn't where he lives. And after doing some investigative work, we determined that he'd been taken by a group of
Alexa
Blackula's
off.
in the employ of Batman. A dozen of them in dark suits and fedoras. Demario Austin. He's basically Mayor Batman's aide. So it was him and a group of other, basically, as I said, Blackulas. So what we did was we basically used Rock's phone to draw the attention of Mossad to the building where they were holding Brown. Sat back and watched the fun. And then went, and after the Mossad and Blackulas and the police duked it out, a couple of days later, we went and found that Brown had cement poured over him and was in a statue form. So we then took him and tried to work out where we could put him. It was a bastard trying to get him out of there. But yeah, we were trying to work out where we could put him to keep him safe until we could work out how to free him. And the only thing we could think of was like at the bottom of in a lake somewhere.
Two things. First, Pete, decrease your hand by one more card. Second, Indigo's powers just fine. No noted change. No needing to make special willpower rolls that are on the decrease as you go and shit. Nothing like that. You're just fine. You're steady on.
Yep. So yeah, that's what happened with Brown. So I don't know whether or not. Oh, and I don't know if you've been to Red Carpet. I assume you've been to Red Carpet recently. Did you sense a servitor in modern San Angeles?
Mm-mm.
Well, I sensed a servitor there. So whether or not it was White or it was Batman, I'm not sure. Oh, how did you find the daughter? Mildred and I had an idea of how to do it, but we never had a chance to explore it.
Mildred was actually connected to them with like some magical like tether.
Yep. So it was the way that
the
we
glasses, we kind of just traveled.
Yep. So yeah, good. That was pretty much what Mildred and I suspected as a way of finding him. When I noticed the tendrils on him. And did Mildred tell you Alex has got a demon embryo larvae sitting on his shoulder?
No.
Only visible if you look at it with seeing magic.
Okay.
By the way, Pete, speaking of seeing magic, I'm not sure where you left your extra pair of magic glasses, but
the stained glass ones, Doc and I, because of the way the session ended, I wasn't sure as to whether or not Doc had them or I had them.
Right. Well, I think the other PCs briefly borrowed them. They're back here if you'd like to put them somewhere else or make them available for the air PCs as well. Either way, I think they used about 11 charges. So at some point, you may need to buy a new Chris, which in this zone shouldn't be a real issue. It's just a little bit of money.
Oh, here's a bag of 15, Chris.
Yeah.
Now all you need is somebody to professionally install it, and you're golden.
Oh, do you have a spirit pentagram?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Mildred took you to Dragon Don?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I have a Triforce of Power too now.
Yes.
So the dragon statue, the dragon head where Brown was?
Yes, it was when we went and saw it. It was closed when Doc Brock and I were there. It was closed, but it looked like people had been attacking it with jackhammers and power tools, etc.
Yes. So to open that, you need to cast 3 level 10 spells and within the breath of 1 minute.
Oh, fun.
Different level 10 spells.
Oh, sorry. 3 different level 10 spells. It can be one person casting 3 times, or it can be 3 different people casting.
Yeah.
But 3 level 10 within a minute.
Have you gotten any to rank 10 yet?
No. I need to cast a lot of spells a lot more often.
I'm semi-close in one school.
I light a candle and I start extinguishing it. It works.
Yeah, gating time. I've got a couple more to go.
Did your old notes get wet or something, Chris?
Yeah,
Did they
they
dissolve
were
in the flood?
Yeah.
Cool. That should keep you on your toes. Now you know to use waterproof paper.
Thankfully, most of the time when I took my notes, it was in pencil. So some of it is still there and some of it's not because the ink ran. So that, and the way I dried it so I can actually open it and go through it. But it's just a pain in the ass.
Yep.
Well, I'm suspecting that people on the Pete on the wristband communicator boards thing. I think that may eventually. Actually, I could see that turning into like right now it's going to be that, but I could see them starting a wiki to make it easier because eventually they're going to get drowned in shit on the boards and stuff. And so I could actually see a wiki that the players make and maintain, etc., as easier.
Oh, I forgot to do that one.
Yeah, the bulletin board was just to get things going. Yeah. All right. So, Shambleby, because of where you've taken white, that's got to say. So, I suppose the question is, if we need white, the only way to get there would be to go travel route 66 again. At this stage,
yeah, it was really hard to get there.
I was gonna say, unless you notice the Clem's there.
I doubt it. Yeah, it was really rough. I had to I really had to focus my magical energy to get there.
Yep, fair enough. So is Maddie there as well as white, or is it just white?
Just white.
Okay.
See, I'm thinking also that's why, because my white powers are fading, and I know that at Amber things are different, so I'm thinking that kind of cut off white from the world. Now, the good part about it is that she's safe for now, but that means that if white's influence is going, Zog's influence will increase.
Yes. It'll be interesting to see.
Probably what I think.
It'll be interesting to see what impact it has in Red Carpet.
Right, which is actually one of the reasons I wouldn't mind going there, especially if you said you felt people there.
Yep. Happy to do that. What was I going to say? Oh, do you know if Mazad's still watching the mansion there, giving us a brief?
So, all right, hold on 1 second. Let me consult my notes. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Have the armor on.
I can cross that one out. I retrieved that. That's what I want to look at.
So,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, what was that last question again? Like my brain just went. "Boop."
That's right. Mossad
Oh,
watching the
thank you.
mansion.
Probably not. I actually gave. I honestly don't remember. Were you with me when? Yeah. No. So we captured. Did you know that we captured the head of the of Rogue White's security that was part of Mossad?
Yes, and you used an ability from Indigo to interrogate him, which you attempted to teach me, but were unsuccessful.
So
At the time.
what happened there as well is that I had gotten all of the security codes
Mhm.
for Mossad. I gave them to Danielle when
Yep.
last I saw her, when we saw Maddie.
Yes.
And she was like, oh. And she basically took down Mossad from the inside.
Oh, okay.
Or with all that information was able to basically make it so that I don't think they're going to be a problem anymore.
Okay. So we won't have any cells hassling us at the mansion, hopefully.
I don't think
I
so.
guess.
I'd
Guess we'll
also like
find
to go to Burlington too to see if these. I have 7 box tops for Ovaltine.
Yep.
So
You
I
got
wanted to
7.
see if.
Hand them in. Yep. Oh, and because of Brown getting the place getting broken into, and Brown, and also I suspect because of the whole Batman being mayor, there was I don't know if you saw, there was a notice on the apartment asking me to contact the police.
Yes.
So I may be a person of interest currently with the police.
Yeah, you're wanted.
Yeah.
I do believe you're wanted for questioning.
Yes. So.
Holmes, give me a law roll real quick.
As in LAW?
LAW.
Nope.
Cocaine is good.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, did you want to hit Burlington first or red carpet?
Let's go to Burlington first.
Okay. I don't suppose you know where the money's come from for the Dove?
No.
I mean, shit. All right. So
if anything, I took a bunch of your money the other day, so I mean.
Okay. That's right.
You're supposed to get a shipment of gold from someone, and I took the gold and I bought the flying car, which I crashed into the roof here, which is no fun.
Actually, like I said before, they are the flying car seems to be suspiciously absent. However, they are building a flying car parking garage thing up on the 2nd floor or 3rd floor, or 4th floor, whatever, because it's pretty big. So maybe 3rd or 4th-ish floor.
Mm-hmm.
So you can fly in your slick flying car, which you don't seem to have anymore, land there, and then go downstairs to the rest of it.
We can go and ask the caretaker what happened to it.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a dog growling and barking, and
it's Paul. And
drink splattered all over.
Speaking of which, do you tend to rerun that mission, Logan?
Which?
The one where we got the dog and the butler from?
Yeah. Go ahead and
All right.
have fun.
All right. I just didn't know how much to relate about that. Oh, I don't know if Mildred told you we took out one of the council people. Yeah.
The butler
really?
brings over a couple of cups of tea that are about half sloshed out of their cups and stuff on the tray. And he sets
Thank you,
it down on
Stanley.
the table. Very good, sir, says the ancient butler, and the dog begins growling and yanking on his pants and turning them, and he begins shuffling off.
Yeah. Alex asked as part of the deal for that we get the butler and the dog. He wanted the dog, but the butler came with him.
So is the dog guiding the butler out.
And I've got to organise a lunch date. There's a Dora in this town that we spoke to, who I'm supposed to organise to go out for lunch with to discuss stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so Hunt, Councilman Hunt, unfortunately died of a heart attack, and his Max Hunt and his son inherited.
At least he didn't fall on a knife 5 times. It is the joke.
No. Let's just say holding a completely drugged out Mildred with a hell of a load of insulin in a tube in her mouth was an interesting experience.
Weirdest assassination ever.
Oh yeah.
You know what is handy though? You really need to learn. Do you have the spell Cure Poison?
No. I think Alex has tried to teach it to me. Mildred's tried to teach it to me. But yes, no, I do not have that spell.
I'll try to teach it to you right now. I don't do it, so it doesn't matter. So you know how awesome that is to have that spell when those two are being their drunken selves? It's so
well, except for the fact that spell is self. As we discovered when Mildred and Alex were in that state, and Alex tried to cast it on Mildred.
I think the second level one is the other, yeah?
Oh, sorry, I tell a lie. I do have it. Cure. I think Alex or Mildred must have managed to teach me. Yeah, cure poison disease, self. My apologies.
Yeah, cure poison disease other is the second level optional. So you can either go to awaken or cure poison disease other if you make the cure poison disease self as a crit.
Yes, I do have it. Sorry.
Please adjust your notes accordingly, Chris, you scumbag.
Okay.
Yes, it was, the spell was quite flexible for quite a while for us as well. And then suddenly somebody had an epiphany on the spell and realized it shouldn't work the way we were using it. And it stopped working the way we were using it.
This is where Chris kicks Logan in the ass really hard.
I think it was always like that. It's just people made assumptions and didn't.
Yeah. That's what I said. We were, the spell was being more flexible than it should have been because, yes, people were making assumptions.
So it wasn't me this time, Chris. I nerfed other shit though. So
yeah, the spell didn't get nerfed. It was just
Yeah, I remember back in the day, you'd get grandfathered on that shit. Times have changed. But there's not one reason to kick Logan in the ass. There's another. So, I mean, it's all good.
I'm sure there is. So what happened to your bag of bugs?
It's in red carpet.
Yes.
It's probably not going to be good for me to get near that shit.
No, that's what I think we were talking about going there.
Well, I was going to have you go into my room, grab the box, and take it out. Keep it on you. So you'll have double. You'll have extra bugs for the future.
Yeah, I don't know if that works that way or not, or if they're unique to the individual. Anyway, let's go to Burlington. Oh, that's what. Sorry, you're saying about your flying car being missing. So let's talk to the caretaker, who is not Stanley. I actually hired someone for 50 silver a week to look after this place.
Okay.
So 50 silver being the high-end version, draws their wage from the bank.
No problem. You find the actual caretaker who is currently overseeing the construction and making sure that everything is done correctly. And he goes, Mr. McKay, good to see you. I had some things I wanted to talk to you about briefly dealing with the construction and whatnot.
Yes.
He looks at the guy you're with, i.e. Dr. Watson Fulton. No, Fulton, you're pretty sure. So he raises an eyebrow.
Dr. Fulton is one of the associates linked with the White Dove.
This way, gentlemen, he says. He takes you off away from the constant banging and hammering and stuff. And he says, right, would you like secret rooms and such placed in this? There's plenty of space for them.
Sure.
Great. GM to players, it'll be up to you guys to design something. If you're wanting to design your own base, you have the power. Essentially, it's like a big theater, not movie theater, old-fashioned theater, with a bunch of rooms. It's got plenty of space in it. And the only thing that I know that's in there so far is that has been specified by other players. You might want to spread the word on the boards to see if you can solicit other ideas. Is there's a place to park your flying cars in the event you should get and somehow manage to keep one.
Mm-hmm.
Right now you've passed level 1 of fix up and you're partway into the next level, so you need an extra 5,000 or so to get to the next level.
Okay.
But they're working on right now structural integrity and cleaning it. It appears that Mildred's room is some sort of strange magnet for the cleaning supplies, or she's stealing them from other people and hiding them in her room. They're not sure, but nobody's willing to call her on it. So yeah, he discusses stuff like that and basically tries to get people's input.
The buggy and 3 horses, I'm assuming they're in they're...
You guys can also have stables. You have enough room for that. So yeah, if somebody clever wants to actually design it or even make your own bubble map, because Chris loves bubble maps. Loves them. Can't get enough bubble maps.
Yeah, because we have a buggy and 3 horses.
Yep. So you'll need a carriage house as well as a stables in your design.
And I believe there was a flying car here. Do you know what happened to it?
Yes. Mr. Kinley sold it in order to finance all the construction you see around you.
Of course he did.
He did. I do remember him saying, "Oh, this is Doc Fulton's laughing and pelvic thrusting, sir."
Yes.
And
that's awesome.
I was wondering.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes. Mildred was with him, and whenever she's around, I go with my normal standard operating procedures. He shows you a piece of paper. It says, if Mildred's around, hide.
Yes. Probably best.
Yes.
All right. Lovely. Not a problem. Did you have any questions, Doc?
Nope.
Great. He goes back to work. He is a professional and stuff like that, and In the event that he starts to matter, we may even name him.
Yes.
Don't be silly.
Probably
Shows him getting
his,
killed by a squirrel or something. Yeah.
his name will probably end up being Jim, and he's got a wife referred to as Mrs. Parapet if it falls in line with the other realms.
I'm giving card a Pete and Pete, discard a bunch of your cards, you bastard.
Far out. Oh no, play immediately. World of Pain. Everyone
Perfect.
immediately discovers all their cards and does not refill their hand.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a nope.
Ooh.
Right.
Now his nipples are erect.
Do you want me to play the nope?
Depends on what your hand's like. My hand's, nothing special. I don't know. I mean, there's some okay cards, but there's nothing.
You may as well play no, or we'll go away
you might as
anyway.
well. I mean, yeah, exactly. We'll go away anyway. So.
What will?
Everything.
Well, the nope.
Yeah.
Because everybody.
Oh wait.
Discussed.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Oh fuck that. Nope.
Yeah. Play.
I have Indomitable Will, the talisman card, so
yes, keep that.
completely resists mind control. I have Replenish, Victory, Reroll, Replenish.
Yeah.
Yep, 2 replenishes?
Yeah.
I would recommend trading 1 to Pete just so you can spread out the stuff in case you get something fucked up.
I agree.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just decreasing.
Pete is wisely reading the fucking cards to see if I have monkeyed with them, because there have been some positive changes to the cards that the players will appreciate, but inevitably miss.
That's a lie.
I've got a full retreat.
I've not nerfed anything for a long time with the card deck.
Okay. So.
Almost threw up on that one. Woo!
Burlington first, I believe we decided.
So you guys leave the construction of the White Dove. It is still called the White Dove, although somebody has there's a discarded sign or something where somebody has scrawled Black Dove. So you guys head over to the barber shop. There's a lot of the clomp, 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 clomp sound of horses and stuff. It's a very different kind of soundtrack, so to speak, than zones with cars and things in it.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys head over there, and Clem looks at you with his bald head and big friendly mutton chops, and he goes, "Howdy, what can I do you for?"